gentlemen, welcome to the Crystal Palace panel show. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and joining us with our wonderful comments. Everyone's heard of Sue Gray. She's going to write the reports that are going to explain what's been going on. The report hasn't been published yet. She did finish it a week ago, I've heard, but it's being delivered by Hermes.
Wasn't Boris's excuse that he could only stick around for 10 minutes at this birthday party? Which I think is what he also said to each of his children.
This is the news of troop build-up around Ukraine. Intelligence reports tell us that Russia has been running a sophisticated, covert social media campaign with trolls and bots run from bunkers in Moscow. It's trying to sow division and dissent and confusion and destabilise governments in the West. Good to see that that's definitely not working. It's a total coincidence that we've got a Prime Minister called Boris. £1.
When Liz Truss is Prime Minister, what will the Universal Credit Allowance be?
On the news that Meghan Markle settled her legal case with the Daily Mail for publishing private letters to her father. They were going to settle on a £1 payment. The royal lawyers were perfectly happy to stand down, as they know there's even more money to be made defending Prince Andrew. The next question is mouldy tomato.
When Rishi Sunak becomes Prime Minister, what will the Universal Credit Allowance be?
It kind of comes to something when ministers resigning have to specify which cataclysmic pop-ups they are resigning over. It's like they're waiting at the post office to hand in their resignation letter, and it's cock-up number 4, please. 50.1%.
How awake is Keir Starmer during Prime Minister's questions?
Is it how much effort you actually put in at work when you say you put in 110%?
This is the news that 50.1% of women born in 1990 turned 30 without having children. This is the first generation to do so, according to the Office of National Statistics.
But there are other statistics that do come into play, which is, it's not for want of trying. 50.1% of men will not have sex with men. I've done the maths.
What are the things you should not say when returning to the office?
A man came to my door and asked if I wanted to sign up for his daily beef Wellington delivery service. Does it come in the morning? Ah, my beef Wellington and my milk. Am I trying to assemble a cow? Tech startups like Uber. You're Londoners, you love Uber. And I know this because when Sadiq Khan tried to make Uber pay their staff properly and do minimal checks that they weren't violent criminals, you all put your foot down and said with one voice, "No! I want to be driven around by an axe murderer on poverty wages because it's convenient."
And my dad, he'll open a bottle of red wine, and by the time he finishes it, it will be vintage. So that doesn't really make sense. I was lucky enough to get a job with a load of drug addicts and alcoholics, and I could observe how they worked every day. So it was a bunch of journalists.
There was a fabulous story about Robert Maxwell. You were talking about he was in his office. There was somebody waiting. There was someone who went to Robert Maxwell's office for a meeting with him. Was waiting outside and had put his feet on the coffee table. And Robert Maxwell came through, saw he had his feet on the coffee table, and said, and was furious, and said, "Right, how much do you earn?" Found out what his salary was. Went to his secretary, got petty cash, got him 3 months of the guy's salary, gave him the cash, and said, "Right, fuck off, you're fired." And the bloke walked out with 3 months of the salary for having his feet on the table. The thing was, he didn't work for it.
A new Dolly arrived in our house Christmas time. We don't need any new toys, but a new Dolly arrived, And there was much deliberation about what should we call the new Dolly? Lots of meetings and Keith. It's called Keith. Daddy, do you want to come to my restaurant? Yes, please, I'd love to come to your restaurant. What's on the menu? Farts. Oh, okay. I actually don't really want that. Do you have anything else? And then she cuts to serious. We sell farts. If you don't like it, leave.
And I love living in London, with the exception of rush hour on the tube, because you know you're there and you've got some guy's armpit in your face and his crotch in your back, and then he acts all weird when you snuggle him for a cut-off. It's mixed messages. But I do think that the tube could be somewhere where you could potentially find, like, you have those moments every now and then where you make eye contact with a stranger on the tube, and you think, and he's looking at you and you're looking at him, and your time stands still because you're on the Jubilee line. And then all of a sudden you're on your first date and he is charming and funny and he pays the bill whilst you're in the loo, which is great because free dinner but feminism still intact. And there is a whirlwind romance, a picture-perfect proposal, a wedding in Marrakesh or Hawaii. You're not fussy, and you're there in your A-line dress, which is both flattering and also comfortable. And then on your wedding day, his mum makes a speech about how you're like the daughter that she never had, which brings a tear to everyone's eye, especially his sister Caroline, who is and then it's all going swimmingly when catastrophe. The tube doors open. And a gorgeous blonde walks onto the tube, and he looks up and he thinks that you haven't seen it, but you have seen it. You have seen it, and you know what? This is typical of him, actually. He's always had a thing for blondes. Who saw the way he looked at that guide dog back at King's Cross?
Dave waiting for his first puncture at the car boot.
Just to be clear for everybody, this is a work thing. And Sue Gray is going to write the report. She's going to spell it all out. It's going to be super clear in black and white. Sue Gray's report. we know when the whips get their hands on it, it's going to be 50 Shades of Sue Gray. The name of the Downing Street has been changed to Club Downing Street. All the civil servants refer to it as Club Downing Street. So let me take you to the place where memberships are needed, signing contracts with your chums, where COVID rules don't quite apply and only other people die in their hovels in the slums. Club Downing Street, BYOB. Civil servants flirt with Boris and his chums. It's a place no one can see. But don't worry, because it's a work thing. Geeks and Tory virgins meet. Get suitcase of wine, the fun's complete. COVID cases rise each day. Oh, stuff the rules if we get caught. We'll make an excuse, we'll write a report. We'll leave it to Sue Gray. Club Downing Street, BYOB. Civil servants flirt with Boris and his chums. It's a place no one can see. But don't worry, because it's a work thing. Pack your bags, fill them with wine. We're number 10, not number 8 or number 9. We're in charge. We make the rules. Don't pack, don't stick to them. That's for the plebs. We're a bunch of tools.